With that, chat, it is time. We're gonna go for it. Why? Oh, because I can't wait to see if you can actually beat a real team in the form of the Mets, who again, we are very familiar with from that first round matchup, featuring the likes of Satchel Jordan and company. We'll see what you can do. Similar to you, they are without Francisco Lindor. At 35 years old, he's missed the entire playoffs. Oof. What's worse than losing to Roberto Osuna? Losing to him in a World Series. The good thing is, again, we are set up that we can pretty much get right down to business. It is the Fall Classic, the World Series. You're familiar with the team because we've already seen them. And now, it is time. Game 1 of the World Series. Expos and Mets. Lapoutine Park. Hosting a World Series. The question is, who is the ace? Who is the starter? I'm sure the answer is Tom Bowers, because why would it not be? Because why would it not be? What do you think, chat? Who you throwing to the Wolves? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? I mean, Piney, my team did make it out of the wild card round of the playoffs, so you got to try harder than that. Bowers it is, lineup-wise, again, dealing with injuries now to Chen and Ramirez. So Garcia is in, Holdridge is in. And from there, I mean, goddamn. This lineup is struggle bussin'. Struggle bussin'. But pretty much the best setup you can get right there. Unless you would have put someone else other than Tejera, but having that extra speed has been pretty nice. You could make the argument of sending down Tejera further down in the lineup. Anyone else play first? I mean, not that you would want. Holdridge is your highest rated dude that can play first. None of your outfielders can. So, yeah, none of your outfielders can. Oh, let's do it. Game 1 of the World Series. Mets and Expos. And a solo shot on the first at bat of the game for Santiago. Look at what happens to Tom Bowers when he has to face a real team. Maybe he'll get into his groove, but oh boy, this could be something, Chad. Who knows? Who knows? I believe in Payne. I believe in Bowers here. I believe in Pena, but we'll see if you guys can get it together. Another solo shot for Batty. Is that another blip on the radar, Piney? What about 2 blips? What does 2 blips have to say? What do 2 blips have to say? Dominic Smith able to single. Waters walks. Nunez singles. Bases loaded. 1 out for the Mets. Lucan Baker is up and drives in 2 runs on the single. 4-0 New York. Ooh, that's gotta sting. It's gotta sting. You taking him out or do you trust him after allowing 4 runs on 5 hits? Interesting. Oh, Brits, I'm not cheering for Roberto Osuna. I'm rooting for you guys. I'm rooting for you guys. Go ahead. Win. Go ahead and win. And chat's calling for the poll. Interesting. Needs more pitch rounds. Blake, that's not what we do. I didn't do it for me. I didn't do it for you. You trust the pitcher or you don't. People are saying, all right, it's split. He'll stay. Kingery grounds out. Alvarez, 2 in scoring position with 2 outs. He walks. Bases loaded. 2 outs for Wilbus Santiago. They've gone around the order. Santiago started things off with a solo shot here in the first inning. Let's see what it's going to be. You leaving him in or you trusting him? Your best pitcher so far, Tom Bowers. Do you trust him after a disastrous first inning? All right, the saying keep him. Santiago pops up, and that does it for the inning. 4-0 New York to start things off. Let's see how the Expos respond. I meant to steal there, Carvajal. I do apologize for that. Armas with the single. Benson strikes out. Jones, and the runner's thrown out at home. But a run there for the Expos. 4-1. That was genuinely an honest mistake. I apologize for accidentally hitting bunt rather than steal. Speaking of steal, Walker grounds out. Batty strikes out. Smith strikes out as well. The runner was thrown out at home anyway, so I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you should get guys who can run faster. 2-out single for Garcia. He's able to steal. Meisner walks. Carvajal brings in 2 runs on the double. It's 4-3. And Tejera strikes out. Let's see. Let's see how it goes from here. Can Bowers settle down? Can the Expos keep up the offense? It's pretty interesting. It is. The #1 team's actually playing like the #1 team. Interesting. Look at you guys trying to live up to your potential. 2-run shots for Jones. And it's 5-4. The Expos take the lead. You guys were so scared. So scared of your #1 team. Failing. But they deliver. Have some faith, chat. Some faith. What's the matter with you? Pena flies out. Holdridge strikes out as well. The Expos with the lead. Never in doubt. That's not what I saw from the majority of the chat. That's not what I saw. Pull him! Pull Bowers! Pull him! That was before they scored 4 runs. I don't know. Kingery flies out. Alvarez grounds out. Santiago walks. Walker grounds out. We go to the bottom of the 4th. They get anything else going? Meisner steals. Carvajal can't bring him home. Tejera can't bring him home. And through 4, it's 5-4 Montreal. Sticking with Bowers here. Gets through it. Skubal's going to be out. Fagalde against Armas. Benson with a solo shot. 6-4 for the Expos. Heading into the 6th. Do you stick with Bowers at this stage, or do you trust him now that he has an extended lead? That is the question. Still got plenty of energy, but he's gotten shaken for the first time. People are saying keep. Single for Nunez. Baker with a 2-run shot, and this game is tied at 6. How about now, chat? How about now? A single and a 2-run shot for Baker. Are we pulling him now? Now that we are tied at 6. Throwing him to the Wolves like Patrick Waugh. It's in the DNA. It's in the DNA. People saying keep. Kingery with a solo shot. It's 7-6. Mets. How about now, chat? How about tonight? You gonna keep throwing this man to the Wolves, or what are you gonna do now? Poll, we said. That is not what the majority of people said. Don't you try to blame me for that, Mac. Don't you try. This is not anywhere near what a vast majority of people said. Poll, we said, is bullshit, and you know it. Going for the pitching change. Who you going with, chat? Who you going with? Who you going with? Who's it gonna be? What are you thinking? Interesting situation. Interesting situation here. We got support for Duke. Going with Luther Duke. Alvarez pops up. Santiago grounds out. Walker strikes out. He gets through it. Holdridge with a leadoff double. Garcia bunts him over. Meisner can't bring him home. He is able to steal second. Carvajal walks. Bases loaded. 1 out for Andreas Tejera. Do you go sac fly to tie it, or do you swing away? What do you think, chat? Going with sac fly? All right, Tejera. Double play, and the inning's over. The Mets still with a 7-6 lead. Are you staying with Duke? Plenty of stamina to work with. Or are you staying with Luther Duke? That is the question. That is the question. Are you sticking with El Duque? Stay. All right. Batty strikes out. Smith flies out. Waters strikes out. He gets through at bottom of the 7th. Armas with a solo shot. We are tied at 7. Pitching change. Thad Ward brought on. Benson grounds out. Jones strikes out. Pena strikes out. We go to the 8th. Tied at 7. Luther Duke will definitely be out here. Question is for who? The question is for who, chat? Who will it be? Boy, you guys sure are having a tough time with the Mets so far. Interesting, isn't it? Interesting. It's almost as if this Mets team is pretty good. It's a tie. It's 7 apiece, which means you're having a hard time. Well, chat's very divided right now. Very, very divided. Very divided indeed. They are good. No, Nick, no. I was told I lost to the Mets and they're the worst and they suck. I don't know. There's more support for Arlo. We go with Arlo. Strike out. Fly out. And a pop-up. He gets through it. Holdridge flies out. Garcia singles. Gets caught stealing. Meisner strikes out. To the 9th we go. And at this time, we turn it over to the AI and we see how it plays out. I don't care if this game takes 2 hours. It is in the hands of manager Dave Roberts. And we will see what he does. Here in the World Series, Francisco Alvarez, the 9 spot, leading things off, swings and misses on a fastball to begin this at bat. Boy, first game is close against the Mets, though. The Mets, who just suck. Oh, the Mets are so bad. Guys gave me some ammunition. That's all I'm saying. Miracle Mets, they've won the World Series in this series. So Alvarez fouls that one off. Putting on that troll face. You guys gave me plenty of ammo. You gotta win. Now. You might, actually. Oh, Brits, people definitely said, LOL Mets. You lost to the Mets. LOL Mets. Ace, we'll see. The riding rosters do come out soon. That one hit the second. Throw on the first from Carvajal. One down. Could start up another franchise. Might go to a March to October, perhaps. I'm not sure. We'll see how it plays out. Wilbus Santiago started off this game with a solo shot. That one called a miss. Interesting. I did snipe, I did. You know, you lose a best of 5 in 4 games, you got a little bit of extra time. This one hit out to right center, awkward angle here. 65 speed, that is a double minimum. With 1 out here in the top of the 9th. A go-ahead run in scoring position. So we gotta look at the show motion for Santiago. That brings up Steele Walker. He's 0 for 4. 794 OPS in the postseason so far. An incredible chance for the Mets. What can Arlo do, though? Here's the pitch. Fastball misses out wide. Cortez and Nielsen warming up. No sign of Dennis North. The 1-0 here to Steele Walker. Head out to center. And the runner's going to be forced to stay 2 down in the top of the 9th. That brings up the Mets' big bats here. Boy, look at that shot of something. And it's Brett Baty. Has a home run in this game. 1 for 4. 2 outs, top of the 9th. High game runner in scoring position for Brett Baty. Takes a low fastball. Takes a low fastball, the 0-1. Let's see what happens. Ooh, rough swing from Batty. Here's the 0-2. Bit hard on a low changeup. Can Arlo Ostrander get out of this one? The answer's yes, because Brett Batty has the plate discipline of me in a conquest game. Whew. Arlo gets out of it. We go to the bottom of the 9th. A chance to win it. Game 1 here for the Expos. Here is the Beard, Eric Carvajal. 2 for 3 in this game against Thad Ward. He takes a fastball for strike 1. Berea and Osuna warming up in the pen. Can Thad Ward do? What can Eric Carvajal do? There's the pitch. High. Fouled off. Off the wall. And a quick 0-2 count to Carvajal. Easy for me to say. Here is the pitch from Ward. And a fastball is taken. The 1-2. The 1-2. I don't know what the hell you mean. Carvajal check swings, but the cutter was in the zone. Carvajal down on strikes. Big strikeout for Thad Ward. Carvajal held off when he shouldn't have. Here's Andreas Tejera, who chat's been shit-talking. Fouls that one off, the 0-1. See what Ward can do. Yeah, no, wait, whoop. Cool, and OBS just crashed on me. Fun, fun, fun. Are we back? We are back. OBS nearly died. Well, that wouldn't have been fun. But we are good. OBS nearly died. You might have to refresh, but we are good now. Thank you very much, server. Thank you very much. We move on. See what Ward can do. Hit out to right, fouled off though. And the reason why I changed the wall is the old foul pole looks fucking stupid now because it's so high up on the wall. The 1-2 to Tejera. Fouls that one off as well. One, two again, fouled off by Tejera. Staying alive. Staying alive. The logo vault. 2-2 count there now for Mr. Ward. Tejera staying alive. The pitch. Contact. Hit into the shift. Shortstop makes the play. 2 down for the Mets. Are we going to extras? Salvatore Armas steps in. Can Armas be the hero? First pitch holds off on the 12-6 curve. Didn't even know Ward had that. I think it was the first time he threw it. Armas swings and misses on the fastball. 1-1 count now. Thad Ward, the delivery outside on the fastball. 2-1. Armas trying to keep this game alive or outright end it. Hit into center field. That'll be caught, and we are going to extras. And we will stick with it for as long as it takes. It is World Series Game 1. We will stick with it 7-all. We go to extras. And Estevan Cortez, look at him, isn't he beautiful? Estevan Cortez is being brought in. The extra innings rule in full effect as Dominic Smith comes up. Let's see what Cortez can do. Dave Roberts makes the change. There's the pitch, hit by Smith, down the line and fair. And just like that, one pitch, and it's an RBI double for Dominic Smith. The Mets take the lead here in the top of the 10th. Old Dom Daddy getting it done. First pitch he saw from Cortez. just fair along the line. And the Mets take the lead and are in the same situation here with Waters. No outs and a runner in scoring position. Cortez, the pitch. That one held off. Curveball that was low. Can Cortez bounce back now that the Mets have the lead? The 1-0. High fastball, 98 on the gun. You see the wall? Those fans are apparently a little bit too low. Cortez, the 2-0. Another fastball misses high. Malcolm Nunez on deck. And the decision of one Dave Roberts. Not looking all that great right now. We'll see how it plays out. The 3-0. Swing and fouled off. Surprised Waters didn't hold off on that one. Surprise, surprise. The 3-1 from Cortez. Down the left field line, fouled off again. Back to a full count. Consecutive fouls from Drew Waters. Here's the pitch. Head out to deep center. Very deep center. I don't think that'll be enough to move Smith over. He is going. The throw off target. And it moves Dominic Smith into scoring position. New rules should be like the shootout in hockey. I agree, but it's not. And I'm glad it's not for the sake of this, because otherwise these games could last forever. Malcolm Nunez is up. 1 out, runner at third. The pitch, and a good curveball's in there for strike one. Let's see how it goes. Let us see, let us see. Top of the 10th, only game 1 of the World Series. The throw, just off on the changeup. Even if that was the IRL rule, I'd still leave it on, like I said, just for the sake of timing. Bad swing from Nunez. Gonna regret going after that one. It's now a 1-2. A chance to bring Smith home to double up the lead. Somehow made contact on that fastball. Again, looking like me in a conquest game. Just swing at everything. Just swing at everything. Something good will happen. The 1-2. Down in the dirt. Smith will hold, obviously. 2-2. Another big moment here for Cortez. Can he battle back to get this punch out? Yes, he can! Sammy with the raid at the perfect time as Nunez looks like a fool. Right down the heart of the plate. Stands there. Huge strikeout for Cortez. Sammy, what is going on, by the way? It is good to see you. And that brings up Luken Baker. 2 for 4 in this game. Still with a runner in scoring position. Can Cortez get out of this? First pitch fastball misses up high. Good amount of movement on that. And let's see how it plays out. Cortez, the 1-0. Misses wide again with the fastball. Incredible chance for Luken Baker. Sammy. The self-burn with Pujols. It's a shame. Cortez. Pitch is caught. There it is. Carvajal makes the play. They hold the lead. Or at least they hold the runner there. Keep the lead now at just 1. Dominic Smith gives the Mets the lead. Roberto Osuna is brought in. Can the Expos do what the Rockies could not and get to Osuna? Will Benson is up. He's 1 for 3 in this game. An incredible chance now for the Expos to tie this one up, if not outright win it. First pitch to Benson. Swings away and fouls it off. See what Benson can do on the 0-1 here. The pitch. Check swing on a changeup down the middle. And a quick 0-2 for Will Benson. Bottom of the 10th, game 1 of the World Series. Here's the 0-2. Fouled off again. Again, for anybody joining us from Sammy's, this is our chat versus streamer franchise mode. I got knocked out in the ALDS. This is Chat's team in the World Series against the team that knocked me out, and boom. Down goes Benson. Struck out by Osuna. That's 1 down. Frank Jones, 2 for 4 in this game. Let's see what he can do. All it takes is 1 hit. Swings away on a low changeup. A quick 0-1 again in favor of Osuna. And Jones do the 0-1. Fouls that one off as well. Off the slurve, a quick 0-2 to Jones. And Jones makes something happen. Here's the pitch. Makes contact. Infield fly. Caught. 2 down. The Expos down to their last out here in game 1. It is Richard Pena, the star player. He is 0 for 4 in the series. Has struggled immensely outside of that first round matchup, the ALDS against Oakland. Can Richard Pena be the hero? Chat says he shows up at the most important times. Holds off on that slurve for the 1-0. Pena's due. Yes, much like the Generals, he's due. The 1-0 from Osuna. The cutter down at the knees. 1-1 count. Let's see what Osuna can do. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Pop up to the second baseman. And the Mets take game 1 in extras. 8-7 the final score. A great comeback effort for the Expos. But Richard Pena does not come up in the big time moment on this occasion. Roberto Osuna gets it done. Almost as if some people in chat were alluding towards it's Osuna. We'll do what the Rockies couldn't. Well, you didn't on that one. And the Mets have a 1-0 series lead. A great comeback for them. Game 1 of the World Series. Dominic Smith is the hero. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it indeed. We march on. Wilbur Santiago, player of the game. 7th save for Osuna in this postseason. And again, we go to game number 2. Game number 2 here. For the Expos, the big question is, who gets the start? A consistent question at this stage. Tom Powers avoided the L. It could be anyone from Shim to Ponce. We'll probably leave it up to a straw poll. Oh, I tried to hold off on that burp. Excuse me. Couldn't do it. We will throw it. Burpee. We will throw it to a straw poll here so I don't get 1,000 suggestions in chat over who is starting this game. The poll is in chat. Well, Nick, accidentally, because the frickin' game decided to sign players. It signed you guys players too, so. What will it be? Who will it be in game number 2? Who will the votes go towards? That is the question. Aside from that, we will go back. In terms of the lineup, are you still on board with Meisner? Alpha, take it easy. Are you still on board with Meisner? And Pena, for that matter. I'm going to guess so, because of the defensive abilities of Meisner, but at the plate, he has been abysmal. You do have Carroll, who's also good defensively. Chavez, not so much. That would mean probably having to play Armas in the outfield. Of course, Delgado probably won't replace Pena, but still. So you could make that change with Corbin Carroll as well. To answer the question over who is starting, I will give it another 15 seconds. It is currently tied between Silk and Mitchell. The tiebreaker goes to Silk, considering he is the actual starter. So we shall see in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Refreshing, and it's going to be Silk. Silk is getting the start in this one. Napoleon Silk is the guy. Snipe, take it easy. And if your boys don't win here, you'll be hearing from me. You'll be hearing from me, don't worry. Garcia's actually been decent. The question is, I mean, if you want to change Tejera out of the 2 spot, by the way, which isn't a horrible idea. Honestly, Benson's not the worst because he at least still has some speed. Garcia, honestly, has been pretty decent too, but out of that bunch, Benson is probably the best. Armas might be the best option too, but he's pretty good in the 4 spot. Honestly, me personally, I would go with that little setup right there. Carvajal, Benson, Armas, Jones. Then probably have Tejera, Pena, Garcia, Holdred, Meisner. What will it be? Are we good with that? Are we good with that? We'll pour some Palmer and then see what the response is, but I think that's probably the best lineup you can get right now. Drop Pena down to 6th. Previously in 7th, but I mean Tejera getting dropped. All right, here we go. Game number 2 of the World Series. Let's see how Napoleon Silk does. And he's almost off to a better start. And there he goes. Let's see what they can do here. A 2-out single for Armas. Jones flies out, so nothing doing in the first inning. A much more boring first inning. Waters is on. Sacked bunt by Baker. Aquino flies out. Lucius Fox. A lot of lineup changes here for the Mets. Fox can't bring him home. Tejera flies out. Pena grounds out. Garcia strikes out. A 1-out double for Santiago. Walker can't bring him home. Batty can't bring him home either. Very quiet game so far. Still only 1 hit for Montreal. Solo shot for Waters, and the Mets take the lead. Baker with a follow-up single. Chat saying short leash. How short of a leash are we talking? After a solo shot and a single. How short of a leash are you talking, chat? Figured I'd give you the chance, because otherwise it might be, well, Toogie, you should have pulled him. You didn't give us a chance. All right. Fly out there. 2 outs. Lucius Fox singles. 2 on. 2 outs for Alvarez. You said keep him in for the inning. Alvarez, fielder's choice. There you go. You get out of it. Benson. Armas walks. Jones strikes out. Tejera walks. Pena cannot deliver. 4 gone, 1-0 down. Do you leave in Napoleon Silk here? I mean, 6 hits allowed, but only 1 run. Do you change out Silk or do you leave him? And if you change him out, who for? Could go for Liberatore at the bottom. Vela as well. There are options. What's it gonna be, chat? You know what I should do is do a raffle. And have someone, you know what? That is what we're gonna do from now on. So, here, we're doing this. I'm changing up the formula. You'll still be allowed to be like, hey chat, what are we doing, right? You'll still be allowed. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna run a raffle in chat, and the person selected is the official manager for the game. And I will only be referring to you on these decisions. You are allowed to talk to the chat to help make these decisions, but this will make it much, much easier for me and hopefully have this run a little bit more smoothly, I hope. So, yeah, 1 manager per game indeed. So, hey, if you guys blow it, you can blame the manager even though he'll still be listening to you. But, yeah, let me get this set up really quickly. Because otherwise I'm just sitting there looking like, okay, this guy said this guy said this. So, screw it. We'll do it that way. Or it should be suck egg. It is manager in chat. A little bit of sub odds to this as well. And we'll see how it goes. For the moment, looks like you guys were split on this too, so we'll stick with it. We'll see what happens with Napoleon Silk. Dude, yes you can, but if you bring in a pitcher, they have to see at least 3 batters before you can take them out. So. Alright, again, it is manager in chat. I will give it another 15 seconds or so, and then we're going to pull that first name here for the rest of this game. we'll see who your designated leader will be. In 3, 2, 1, the leader will be Cody. Congratulations. So again, you can defer to the chat, but at the end of the day, you have the final word, sir, much like the draft. What do you think? Are we sticking with Silk? What are we doing? What are we doing? Are we sticking with Silk? What's it gonna be? You've had time to think about this decision technically, so let's try to do it in a somewhat timely fashion. But who is it gonna be? Who are we going with? Who will it be? The question has been posed. Which pitcher has, I mean, out of all the righties, I don't want to check 1,000 righties. Just pick a righty. You can't see specifically against lefties, so you'd have to pick a righty, buddy. And so we wait, because people are going to treat this like a draft and take 6,000 years to still make decisions, so this will be great. This will be great. Tony, what's going on, buddy? We're doing all right. I'm doing pretty good. Sort by potential. Yeah, can I see this by overall?
Taste the biscuit.
Shout out to God
Taste
Creators.
the goodness of the biscuit.
Thank you for the sub there. Do appreciate it. Do very much appreciate it. He's staying with Silk. All right. For all that, ground out, fly out. Good decision, as it turns out. Can you guys get the offense going? Solo shot for Cameron Meisner. He shows up. This game is tied at 1. Carvajal with a follow-up triple. Benson, though, cannot bring him home. But we are tied. Cody, are we leaving him in? Yes or no? Are we leaving him in? Is the question. For old Napoleon Silk. It's a one-run game. He's saying pull Silk. All right, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? You're coming up on a couple of righties. Lefty and a switch hitter, so. Who's it going to be, Si? Who's joining the fray? Who will it be? Tick-tock. On the clock. The party might stop. Close game 2 here through 5 innings. He's going for Ponce. He goes for Duncan Ponce. And starts off with Dominic Smith, Drew Waters, Lucan Baker gets through it. Armas, Jones, Tejera, nothing doing. We go to the 7th. I imagine you're leaving Ponce in. It's the thing that makes sense. And Lucius Fox hits a solo shot. Cody, what are you going to do now that you're down 2-1? What are you gonna do now that you're down 2-1? Crease, yeah. Well, you don't have to give them up. You have to turn them in. So you collect them to make them untradeable. You didn't let him choose. He would have stayed in. He had a 1-2-3 inning the last time out, and ultimately had full energy too. And Cody even now is saying keep him. So yeah, no, you don't get to be like, well, you're going to let him choose. It took you to blew it. Shut up. Your team's losing. Deal with it. A single there for Alvarez. Santiago singles. Cody, I'll ask you again. Are you sticking with Duncan Ponce? If he gives up one more run, okay. Walker strikes out. Batty drives in the run, and that'll do it for Duncan Ponce. Now 3-1 for the Mets. I know, Pritz, I know. I'm going to give you shit right back, though. You guys haven't won a damn thing yet. Nobody cares about pennants. Nobody cares. Well, Cody, who's it going to be? The decision to go with Ponce looked good until it didn't, until it didn't. Until it wasn't. Until it dang done didn't. He's going for Nielsen. We finally see Nielsen. Dante Nielsen, let's see. Smith strikes out, he gets through it, so now 3-1 for the Mets. Pena against Abaria, strikes out. Garcia strikes out. Holdridge flies out. We go to the 8th. Cody, are you sticking with Nielsen? Down by 2. Out hit 10-3 so far. Here in game 2, you guys are down 2-1. Or down 3-1, excuse me. Could be down 2-0 in the series. That's where the 2 was that I was thinking of. What will it be? Are you sticking with him? He says keep him. Waters grounds out. Baker grounds out. Aquino singles. Still sticking with him, Cody, I'd imagine. I mean, you said keep him and trust him, so I imagine that means until you're in a real dangerous situation. That's up 2 runs. All right. Fox walks. Alvarez is up. 2 on, 2 outs. Cody says he's not pulling him unless he gives up runs. Fielder's choice, you're out of the inning. Bottom of the 8th against Brett Martin. Walk Fox. Well, a bit too late for that. It worked out, though. Meisner strikes out. Carvajal walks. Gets the steal. Benson can't bring him home. Armas does bring him home on an RBI single. It's a 1-run game. Frank Jones walks. Mark Wahlberg is wearing a hat. Andreas Tejera with an incredible opportunity against Johnny Mack. Fielder's choice, we go to the 9th. Cody, what's it going to be in the 9th here with Nielsen? You got to keep runs off the board at this stage. What's it going to be? A 1-run game heading into the 9th of game 2. The Mets taking game 1 in extras. Switch to the closer. Call him for North, I'm guessing. Since North is your actual closer, although technically he's not a closer. Obviously your bottom reliever. He's going to Ostrander. All right. Arlo's the man. Against Santiago, strikes him out. Walker strikes him out. Batty pops up. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Can the Expos get it done? Tie this game and tie this series. Can they get it done here in game 2? I do believe that was the sign of Roberto Osuna being brought on. And indeed, that's what it is. You guys couldn't get it done against Osuna last time. Can you get it done here? Richard Pena, 0 for 8 in the series. Shows up when it matters the most, they say. Well, he hasn't done it so far. Now would be a great time for Richard Pena to make something happen. But can he? First pitch, fouls that one off. 92-mile-an-hour cutter. Osuna stands in again. Here is the pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. Throw on to first. 1 down for the Mets. Muted, good punt. Star player struggling, one Richard Pena. Eduardo Garcia is up, 2 for 6 in the series, but 0 for 3 today. The bottom of the lineup here, being depended upon. Pitch. Oof. Shoulder shimmy. It's a good call. Held him off. Held him off. The 1-0 from Osuna. Misses on the changeup. Eduardo Garcia back in the lineup after the injury to Derek Ramirez, who got an opportunity due to Garcia's struggles. Fouls that fastball off. 99 on the gun. High and inside. Big moment here. The pitch from Osuna misses high on the fastball. 3-1. Darren Holdridge, also in the lineup due to injury, is on deck. The 3-1 from Osuna. Called strike low in the zone. Full count here. Big moment. The pitch. Got him swinging. A controversial call. And it leads to Osuna getting the strikeout. The Expos down to their last out here in game number 2. And again, it's Darren Holdridge. 0 for 3 in the game. Stands in against Osuna. First pitch. And it's a slurve in there for strike 1. He's 1 for 7 in the series. It was a double that did it, though. A chance for the Mets to take a 2-0 series lead. Here's the pitch. Holds off on a low fastball. The 1-1 count. For Osuna. Delivers. Swing and a miss from Holdridge. Down to their last strike. Osuna on the 1-2. The pitch. Made contact to stay alive. On the fastball. Holdridge hanging in there. The 1-2. Osuna deals. Fouled off again by Holdridge. Trying like hell to hang in there. The pitch. Holds off on the slurve. 2-2. Holds off on the slurve. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Hit to deep right center. And caught. That'll do it. The Mets win another 1-run game to take the first 2 games of this series on the road in Montreal. A 2-0 series lead for the Mets. Out hit them 11-4. Still a 1-run game as Duncan Ponce gets charged with the L. The series shifts to Citi Field in New York. Moving forward now. Let's see what kind of heart the Expos have. 8 saves now for Osuna as well. Here we go to game number 3. The elected manager for this game will be Jay Marty. Jay Marty, congratulations, the winner is you. Game number 3 at Citi Field. And the question for you, Marty, who do you think should start this game? Will it be Vela, Liberatore, Shim, Mitchell? You got some options. Tony, take it easy, buddy. We'll catch you later. Will it be Vela, who's struggled in the postseason and really the second half of the season? Liberatore, who you guys viciously insulted in the past and said you should have dropped off your roster? Will it be James Shim, your best pitcher in the regular season, who has also struggled? Or will it be Anthony Mitchell, who made his debut in this postseason? Marty, what are you thinking? They have a righty and Walker Buehler on the mound for this one. Who will it be, Mr. Marty? And chat, feel free, if he's not saying anything, to be like, I think it should be this guy, I think it should be this guy. Because I really do want to try to avoid the messages of, you should pick this guy, I think it should be this guy. Just post them by default. I don't want someone to be like, well, chat, what do you think? Chat should already be saying what they think. And Jay Marty goes for Anthony Mitchell to start this game. An interesting lineup there. And as far as you guys are concerned, number 1, it's an NL Park. But the good thing is, due to injury, you're pretty much fine. Are you going to sit Tejera? Is the question. You pretty much have to sit Tejera or Meisner. Muted, take it easy as well. Thank you for letting me know. Meisner hitting .206. Has had some big home runs. Or it is Andreas Tejera. Marty, what do you think? I mean, again, you do have Chavez and Carroll in the system, but you'd have to sit Armas, Meisner, or Benson. Can we put Pena 4th? Feel free. Aside from that, I'll pretty much just sort it by the average and how they're doing. So, asking chat. Fair enough. Again, if we were to sort this by average, just to get you a look at who's done what, it does not paint a pretty picture. You could, I think... Nope, neither of your catchers can play first. Pretty rough. And Garcia's hitting straight 2s. I mean, that's what your lineup would look like based off of, all right, Tejera's out. Is that good then? That's what your lineup looks like based off of batting average. He wants Pena in the 4 spot. I'll allow it. J. Marty making the call. Are we going for it? I think that's a going once, going twice. Probably sold. You got lineup for game number 3. He's going for it. There it is. Carvajal, leadoff single. Gets the steal. Armas can't bunt him over. He popped up. Benson brings him home on an RBI single, so a good start there for the Expos. Pena with a single. There you go. Jones drives in a run on the RBI single. 2-0 for the Expos. Garcia grounds into a double play to end it. Let's see what Anthony Mitchell can do on the other side. Gives up a single and a double. 2 in scoring position with no outs. Batty grounds out. Smith pops up, and Waters hits a 3-run jack with 2 outs. 3-2 New York. Interesting first inning there. 5 runs combined. And a rough half inning there offensively. Kingery grounds out. Alvarez. Buehler walks. Wow, walk to the pitcher. Santiago flies out. Carvajal. Armas. Benson with a 2-out triple. Pena can't bring him home. Bottom of the 3rd. Walker. Batty, who walks. Smith strikes out. Waters flies out. Still 3-2 now through 3 innings. Offensively, Garcia gets on base, gets the steal. Meisner can't bring him home, nor can Holdridge. Marty, what are you thinking with Mitchell here? He's about half stamina, a little bit lower. What are we thinking with the likes of Mr. Anthony Mitchell here? Shout out to the Crease Place, getting those April monthly awards. Marty, we leaving him in? What will it be? What will change pitcher next thing? All right, Baker grounds out. Kingery flies out. Alvarez singles. Buehler strikes out. There you go. Mitchell flies out. Probably should have pinch hit for him there. Didn't realize it was that guy. Carvajal. Armas with a 2-out double. Benson delivers. We are tied at 3. An RBI single for Benson. Pena flies out. So 3-3. Not too bad. Called for the pitching change on Mitchell. Marty, what are you thinking? Tied at 3 here in the bottom of the 5th. The big players delivered there on that attempt. What do you think? You got options. Getting ready to face a lot of lefties. A lot of lefties. So indeed, a lefty would be ideal. You're looking at Nielsen or Vela probably, yeah. It's Nielsen or Vela. Could also argue Silk or Liberatore. He likes Vela. Going once. Going twice. And I guess we're sold in 3, 2, 1. We're sold. It's going to be Scotty Vela. How the mighty have fallen. All right, let's see what Vela can do. Gives up a single to Santiago. Back-to-back singles. Batty pops up. Smith grounds out. 2 in scoring position with 2 outs for Drew Waters, who grounds out. Vela survives. Can they get the offense going on the other side? No, they can't. Marty, I imagine we're sticking with Vela. Gave up a couple of hits, but I'll still leave it up to you. I won't sim too fast because Tookie's trying to. Guys get no excuses. What are you thinking? You got a lot of righties now, so to be honest, bringing on a righty is a pretty good idea. You got a lot of righties. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Saying keep Vela. All right. He made his choice. Baker grounds out. Kingery grounds out. Alvarez singles. Walker Buehler is pinch hit for by Malcolm Nunez, who strikes out. So he survives. Bad ward on against Holdridge, who singles. Vela will definitely pinch hit for him. I mean, really, it's Carroll, Delgado, or Chavez. Ward is a righty. So your best option is Carroll. Or Tejera, but probably Carroll to see what he can do, because Tejera hasn't done much. But hey, it's up to you. It's best against righties. 56, 53. Tejera. But again, those stats don't mean much. So I mean, Tejera has the better stats, but also he was not doing well in the playoffs. At least according to you guys. So, Marty, what are you thinking? Carroll can't hit against righties. You guys put way too much stock in the attributes. Way too much stock in the attributes. Marty, is it official that we're going with Carroll, or are you switching to Tejera? He said Carroll. I know he did, but all the information wasn't out there. I'm giving him a chance. Giving him a chance. You know? He's going for Carroll. Corbin Carroll flies out. Carvajal walks. Armas. Double play. All right. Bottom of the 7 still tied at 3. We need a pitching change here. Bunch of lefties, so Nielsen is probably the shout at this stage. Unless you want to go to North early and then trust Arlo late. It's probably Nielsen you want to go for. Unless you want to throw North out there early. Who will it be? Who shall it be? For Jay Marty, our honorary manager. Who will it be? He's going for North. Fly out. Fly out. Good call there. Benson singles. Honestly, with Pena, I would... can he bunt? 40 bunting. I wouldn't recommend bunting. It's up to you. Stealing with Benson's a big risk, too. I'll leave it up to you. If there's a decision where I'm like, well, it could go one way or another, I'll leave it up to you. Swing or bunt, knowing that Pena can't bunt. He doesn't have great attributes. But hey, again, you never know with the attributes. What do we want to steal? I mean, you can risk it, too, if you want to. It's up to Marty. Do you risk the attributes? He says swing. Double play! And Frank Jones strikes out. It's a rough turn of events. Dennis North, I imagine, is staying. Marty hasn't said anything to the contrary. And again, as well, you got a lefty, a switch hitter, and a righty. Dominic Smith. Unless we're making that change. I'm leaving room for no excuses, chat. No excuses. What will it be? What will it be? Keeping North. Smith flies out. Waters singles. Baker flies out. Kingery with a 2-run shot. And the Mets take a 5-3 lead in the bottom of the 8th. Scott Kingery, former Philly, does the damage. And the Mets in control in the bottom of the 8th. Marty, what are you thinking? You sticking with him? Only needs one more out. Do you make the change and hope that you get to see that pitcher in the bottom of the 9th? DMCA, there goes my channel, it is gone, oh well, that sucks. He's going for Arlo to get the last out, and he strikes him out. So here we go, top of the 9th, chat. Down by 2 after a 2-run shot from Scott Kingery. The Mets looking to take a 3-0 series lead here in the World Series. And a rainy day in New York. Here we go. And for the 3rd time, you get to meet Roberto Osuna. It'll be Eduardo Garcia stepping in at this stage. Not the best run of form. He is 1 for 3 in this one. Here we go. Osuna and Garcia one more time. First pitch, swung on, hit out to right center. It's a leadoff single for Eduardo Garcia. So a good bit of hitting there for Garcia. Tying run will come up to the plate. Bit of first pitch swinging for Eduardo Garcia. That brings up Cameron Meisner, the Misner. He's 0 for 3 in this game. First pitch from Osuna. Fastball high on the outside, strike one. 189 average, but you guys have stuck with him. Let's see what Misner can do. The pitch swings, fouls it off down the first base line. And a quick 0-2 for Meisner. The Meisner. Pitch from Osuna, fouled off again. Still 0-2. What can he do here? A huge moment. The runner on first fouls it off again. Staying alive is the Misner. Staying alive. The 0-2 once more. Swings and misses on the high fastball. One down for Osuna and the Mets. That brings up first baseman Darren Holdridge. You see the stat line, not pretty. Runner on first. Might we see a steal attempt? First pitch from Osuna. Slurve misses low. A rainy day in New York. Game 3 of the World Series. A 2-0 lead for the Mets. Pitch is in. Fouled off. And the 1-1 here. 2-run shot for Scott Kingery. Last half inning is the difference maker. Swings away on the changeup. 1-2 count for Holdridge. Here's the pitch. Hit into the infield. Osuna will throw on to first to take out number 2. Garcia moves into scoring position. But the Expos are down to their last out. That brings up pinch hitter Bernardo Chavez. The goatee has a chance to probably gain himself a spot in this lineup over Misner for the rest of this series, if he can deliver here. First pitch from Osuna. Swung on, hit down, foul at third base line. The 0-1 to Chavez. Here's the pitch. Swung on, down third base. Picked up, throw on to first, and the New York Mets have a 3-0 series lead in the World Series over the Expos. 1 win away now for the Mets, as the Expos just haven't been able to solve Roberto Osuna so far. Who couldn't have seen that coming? Dennis North charged with the loss. 3 down, 1 to go for the Mets. And a long way back for the Expos at this stage. This series is not over. Benson's 4 for 4 game was wasted. That'll bring us to game 4. And a chance for the Mets to win it here, as our honorary man, our honorary manager for this game, who gets the final say, will be Mac. So there you go, Mac. It's your chance to shine. Who will the starter be? Who will the starter be? What are you thinking? How's it gonna go? Who will the starter be? Nick, no worries, buddy. What are you thinking, Mac? Mac, I literally said don't do the what are we thinking chat messages. Damn it. I mean, in a must-win game, Bauer seems like as good of option as any, although he did get roughed up in game 1. Who will it be? Game 4, down 3-0 in this series. Who can start the comeback? Do 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 do. Mac, I thought you'd have all the answers. Not even saying that passive aggressively. I thought you'd just be like this. He's gonna go with Bowers. Lineup wise, I mean, again, Tejera, Carroll, Delgado, Chavez on the bench. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? A lot of struggling players at the plate. Some would call it Rockies-esque, especially against the Mets. What are we thinking here? That's what Bernardo looks like. He's not the best fielder out of your outfield options, but you don't know. Might have some pop. Might have some pop that you guys desperately need. But will it play out that way? Chavez in. For who? Probably Meisner. I don't even think I really have to ask. Honestly, that means Benson's got to go to center. It's the fastest. He has the best arm. It's not the most speed in the corners, but what are you going to do? I agree. The NHL does need to bring back hot and cold streaks. Ace, the Mets have a 3-0 series lead here. Lineup-wise, Mac, you got anything in mind? Aside from maybe Chavez in the 2 spot because of that contact. And I mean, aside from that, you know, if you're looking again at averages, Benson had a great game there. But I mean, yeah, if you're looking at averages, that's what it would look like. Not that averages are the best thing to go off of all the time, but that's what it would look like. Are we calling that good to save the day? Pena cannot play anywhere else. He has no secondary positions. Holdridge can play third base and first base. So, I mean, he's your only option at first base with Chen down. Chavez in the 5 spot. Who goes to the 2? Benson 2. All right. Calling it good. Jones 4. Yep, I figured. Calling it good. Carvajal, Benson, Armas, Jones, Chavez, Garcia, Holdridge, Pena, and then, of course, Bowers. Is that a winning combination? Here we go. A must-win game for the Expos. Leadoff single for Carvajal. We'll go for the steal. He gets it. I imagine you want me swinging with Benson, considering he has 52 bunting, and he's your hottest player right now. I would imagine that's what we're looking for here. Yep. Sack bunted him over, even though I hit swing. Carvajal, I'm guessing it's going to be a sack fly option with Armas. 1 out, Carvajal in scoring position. FJ a tiny bit. Deej and I will be talking about it on the podcast tomorrow for sure. Saying swing. Armas walks. Frank Jones. Mac, what are you thinking? Phil R, what's going on? God, I'm so burpy tonight. Excuse me. Jesus. What do you think, Mac? Says sack fly, double play ball, and that'll do it for that half inning. A walk for Bowers. 2-run shot for Steele Walker. And again, the Mets get to Bowers early. Batty strikes out. Smith flies out. Waters flies out. 2-0 Mets in the early stages. Garcia singles. We'll go for the steal. He gets it. Holdridge gonna have to swing away. He strikes out. Pena can't deliver either. Baker with a solo shot. I know what you're saying. You got to use pitch around and contact more, but again, I didn't. I've won World Series without doing it in other games, and let's be honest, franchise is exactly the same. It just comes down to luck. So, yeah, Cody, I saw that. People weren't very happy about Deej's take on the Tom Wilson incident. Keep Bowers for now. Kingery pops up. Alvarez doubles. Mac, you want to keep that opinion? 3-0 New York. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Strikeout. Santiago grounds out. He's out of the inning. You pinch hitting Bowers or sticking with him? Would you look at the time? Hey, I haven't said anything. You guys could still win this. I've seen crazier things. I don't do my shit talking until I know for sure. He's pinch hitting Bowers. Merced is a righty. So, of course, out of your lefties, you have Carroll, Meisner, Tejera. Carroll, again, 50s. Meisner, 71 and a 71. Tejera, 62 and a 78. What do you think, Mac? What do you think? Oh, Brits, I've been the one talking shit. Oh, okay. I see. Meisner strikes out. Carbajal doubles. Benson can't bring him home, nor can Armas. You got the lefties coming up here. The lefties are up, we both have. I've just been defending myself. I'm pretty sure the shots were taken at me first. I don't know. Pretty sure. Pretty sure, Brits. Pretty sure. A lot of cockiness after beating the Royals there. A lot of shit. A lot of shit. Last guy, I forget his name. Vela, Liberatore, Silk. What are you thinking, Mac? Who's stepping in? Long name, Ciao, Liberatore. All right, that's him. Gives up a single to Walker. 2-run shot for Batty. It's 5-0 New York. Are we sticking with Liberatore? Are we sticking with Liberatore here? Game 4, and it is looking very dire for the Expos. Very, very dire for the Expos now. Walker and Batty both with home runs. Might as well. Smith walks. Waters walks. Mac, I'll give you another chance to make a decision. Yeah, it's fair. I think he would have had to stay in until now. Could have pulled him after the first walk, I guess, but you didn't know he'd walk the next guy. Well, if Liberatore wasn't a villain before, he's probably a villain now. Although I think he might have remembered the trash talk from a few years ago, guys. I don't know. Mac, what are we thinking? You going for the change or you sticking with it? What are we thinking? Of course, Silk and Vela at the bottom there are also lefties. The wheels are turning for Mac here at this stage. It's not over. Just gotta make the right choice at the right time. Come on, Mac, I need a decision here. Chop, chop. He's going for Nielsen. Baker flies out. Kingery, runner scores on an RBI double. Sticking with him. Still just 1 out in the inning. A nightmare of an inning so far. The Mets have scored in every single inning. Every frame. Ground out there. They finally nearly get out of the inning. Merced, the pitcher, strikes out. Jones grounds out. Chavez singles. Can't go for the steal. He's too slow. Garcia strikes out. Holdridge grounds out. The bottom of the 4th we go. I think Nielsen has to pitch against one more guy, but I'm not entirely sure. I'll leave it up to you. Steal. He had like 34 speed or like 50-something speed, man. I probably saved you from yourself on that one. If you want me to steal every time, regardless of speed, I can. But that likely wasn't going to go well. Pull him. What do you think? You're coming up against the lefties. These are all the pitchers you got left. Not even 4 innings through. He's going for Ponce. Fly out, strike out. That worked out well. I'm guessing we're going to pinch hit Ponce. It's just my presumption. Again, Merced, still a righty. So, again, Tejero has a better bat than Carroll. He goes for Tejero, who singles, gets the steal. Honestly, I mean, we can't say like bunt him over or sack fly. Like you just gotta go for the big runs here. Carvajal strikes out. Benson strikes out, and it keeps going from bad to worse here. About ready to get into the righty part of the lineup here. Good thing is you have plenty of righties to pick. What do you think, Mac? It's a tough choice, right? Because if you go with a starter, and he's going to go with Shim. Ground out, strike out, single for Baker. Kingery strikes out. Armas walks. Am I stealing? Mac, is that the call? Am I what's the bare minimum speed for someone to steal? Just so I know what to do automatically. What's the bare minimum speed? Just let me know how aggressive you want to be. Don't steal. All right, Frank Jones walks. Bernardo Chavez strikes out. Garcia, fielder's choice. Should I steal with Garcia at this rate? It's been kind of a disaster here. Disaster after those back-to-back walks. Mac as the team's stand-in manager for Game 4. Says swing. And a ground out. We go to the bottom of the 6th. I imagine we're leaving Shim in. It makes no sense to change him that early. Alvarez walks. Guess I'll give you a chance now. They're probably going to pinch hit Merced. They didn't, but he bunted him over. He said leave. Santiago flies out. Walker drives in an RBI single. 7-0 New York. Mac, what's the call now? What is the call? Leave him again. All right. Strikes him out. Pena hits a solo shot. The goose egg is broken. It's 7-1. Gonna have to pinch hit Shim. I mean, it's got to be Carroll as a lefty. It's got to be Carroll. So, you know, I had a feeling they might do that and bring in Berea. That's okay though, because Carroll's still a lefty, so it worked. Carroll grounds out. Carvajal singles. Gets the steal. Benson strikes out. Armas drives in an RBI single. It's now 7-2. Do you steal here, Mac? With Armas on first. Pena, Carvajal, and Armas trying to get it done. Swing away. Frank Jones into a fielder's choice. Bottom of the 7th, it's 7-2 New York. Just a few short outs away from winning the World Series. Who will it be here, Mac? Who will it be? Game 4. World Series. Chat's team makes it. He's going for Duke. Smith flies out. Waters doubles. Baker grounds out. Kingery flies out. We go to the 8th. Chavez. Can't imagine you're going to go for a pinch hit because it's Delgado, who is not good. He's better against lefties than righties, but he's not good. Also, you have nobody to replace him. Chavez against Thad Ward. He walks. You said don't risk the steal and hit pretty much for everybody else, so I'm going to presume you want to hit. Garcia flies out. Holdridge singles. Pena against Tristan McKenzie. Flies out. Brings up Luther Duke. You got to pinch hit him for Delgado. Pretty much no choice. And Mariano Delgado can't deliver. Bottom of the 8th. Who's it going to be? Coming up, I mean, you got 2 righties and a lefty. And that big stretch of lefties. Then again, McKenzie will probably be pinch hit. So. To Mac, what's it going to be? Sick Wi-Fi is out. Should I just randomize it? Cortez, he says. Here we go. Alvarez singles. McKenzie pinch hit for Nunez. Double play. Santiago walks. Walker strikes out. And with that, the top of the order is up. And here we go. This is it. This is it for the Expos. Johnny Mac is brought on. They didn't even bother to bring on Osuna. The disrespect. My team is the Rockies, Phil. We lost to the Mets in 4 games in a best of 5. Here comes Eric Carvajal. Down by 5. Can the Expos pull off the unbelievable comeback to keep this series alive? Carvajal swings away. It's a single up the middle. Get those rally caps on. It's a leadoff single for Carvajal. First pitch swinging. The Expos are still alive. Brings up Will Benson. 0 for 3 in this game. Ooh, nearly swung. Took that change up. 0-1. 341 average here in the postseason so far. Can Will Benson make something happen? Holds off on that horrible slider. And if you rough up Mac, you know Osuna's right behind him. The 1-1 swings away and fouls it off. Can the Expos pull off the near impossible? The pitch fouled off again. Holds off on that as well, the 2-2. The pitch from Mac. Got him swinging. Benson goes down. The Mets 2 outs away from completing their destiny and winning the World Series. Salvatore Armas. 6 of 14 in the series. The pitch. Swung on and missed on the changeup. The 0-1 taken. High fastball that missed the mark. One from Mac. Fouled away. The 1-2 from Johnny Mac. Armas again fouls it off. Trying to be defensive of the plate. Again the 1-2. The pitch. Low slider. Armas staying alive. Been the best player in the postseason at the plate for the Expos. The 2-2. Held off on the outside changeup. Full count. Frank Jones on deck. Maybe a little bit of life here. The full count. The pitch misses. Armas draws the walk. And it's 2 on with 1 out. Here in the top of the 9th. That brings up Frank Jones. 0 for 3. Here in Game 4. But a phenomenal opportunity. 2 on. There's the pitch. Misses the slider. How long will the Mets stick with Johnny Mac? The 1-0. Misses again on the fastball. 2-0 count here. And the plate discipline paying off for the Expos here. Mac delivers. Over the middle. Head out to left center field. That one's going to drop and at least bring in a run. It's an RBI double for Frank Jones. Now a 7-3 scoreline. 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. Frank Jones delivers. Unfortunately, there was a bit of a hold up there, as I guess they weren't sure if it was going to land, but better safe than sorry, I suppose. And here he comes. Roberto Osuna is brought on to seal the deal. Bernardo Chavez brought into the game, 1 for 3. First pitch from Osuna, swings away, hit out to right center field into the gap. It's going to land. Chavez drives in 2 on a 2 RBI double. It's a 2-run game. Unbelievable. Finally, the Expos are able to get a piece of Osuna. And the lead from 7-0 is now 7-5. That brings up Eduardo Garcia. He's 1 for 4. Represents the tying run. And takes a slurve down the middle for strike 1. Who knew a game 4 and an impending sweep could be so exciting? But here we are. Here we are. The 0-1 from Osuna. Swung on, fouled away. Garcia quickly down to an 0-2 count. Number 6 hitter in the lineup here. Runner in scoring position on second, the 0-2. Got him looking. The fastball up high. Garcia flinched, didn't pull the trigger, and the Expos are down to their last out. It brings up Darren Holdridge, 3 of 16, Stone Cold approved. In this series, he is only in due to injury. Represents the last out, but also represents the tying run here in the top of the ninth. Osuna, the first pitch. Taking the fastball down, right down the middle. The old Let's see how it plays out. Osuna. He delivers. The cutter just missed. 1-1. Again, still a runner in scoring position. The delivery misses wide on the changeup. She didn't sneeze. I was just stuffed up, but I thank you guys. The 2-1 here. Can Osuna win this for the Mets? Or can Holdridge keep him alive? The pitch swings and misses. Down to their last strike. Darren Holdridge. The 2-2 from Osuna. And he fouls that one off. Stays alive for the moment. Here we go. Osuna delivers. Fouled off again by Holdridge. I mean, dude, you guys broke destiny a little bit. You stopped the Royals from getting here. It's not over. You guys could easily hit a home run here. Here's the pitch. Fouled off again. Holdridge is staying alive. Madman. Osuna delivers again. Pitch number 12. And we have to pause at the worst time. The server nearly dropped us again. Whew. We'll give it a second. That is the second time the server has tried to drop us. We stay alive for the moment. I was able to pause before the pitch was delivered. We should be good. Osuna is mid-pitch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The pitch. Fouled off again by Holdridge. Here comes the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Osuna deals. Fouled off again. Double digits. Pitch number 10. Coming up in this duel between Osuna and Holdridge. He deals. Swung on and missed on a slider. The New York Mets. Imagine getting swept by the Mets. Couldn't be me. The Mets sweep the Expos to win the World Series. You reap what you sow, chat. You reap what you sow. We're still alive and well. Eat pant. Oh, we should spam him with eat pant, huh? Huh? We should spam him with the eat pant emote. No, hold on. Even YouTube gets to see this bad boy. Even YouTube gets to see this bad boy. Oh, eat pant. Eat pant. I was not swept by the Mets. I lost in 4. Suck a fat one. Imagine getting swept by a team like the Mets. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be. They suck, remember? Remember how much the Mets suck? How much do they suck now? Who's the one who sucks? All right, I feel better. The Mets win their 3rd World Series. Both teams made the playoffs. We took those big steps forward. You guys took a very big step, but not a big enough step. As the Mets complete the sweep and win the World Series. I had to get that out of my system. Felt good, though. Felt good. Oh, it felt good. The Mets beat the Expos in the World Series. Again, for those who forgot, that's a 3-1 Mets lead. A 3-1. A lovely 3-1. Tiki feels better after Osuna wins the World Series. Oh, I hate that you guys lost to Osuna. I hate that I lost to Osuna. But maybe you guys, as the big bad team who's good, maybe you could have done a little bit better. At least win a game. At least win a game. You have to sit here. I have the high ground, Anakin. You guys have to sit here and take this, whether you like it or not. Sit down. Sit down. Endo, I tried to send it to you. If you open the image in a new tab and save, it might show up. Maybe it's going to show up as a JPEG. Fuck. Regardless, what a win. You'll love to see it. Endo, let me see what I can do about getting that to you. I forgot the frickin', where the hell is the
good for you!
Thing. Chico, thank you for the follow, by the way. And where the hell's the link to the Dropbox? It's just white. Well, yeah, but the logo's white, you big goof. God, where is the link to the drive? Can I upload it to the Google Drive? Let's find out. Only one of us is flying a pennant. Yeah, you can wipe your ass with that pennant after you just shit yourselves on the biggest stage of them all and got swept by the Mets. Swept by the Mets. I'm telling you, you got nothing here. Nothing. There is not a single way you can overcome this. You reap what you sow. This is karma. You have to sit here, eat shit, and like the taste of it. Because boy, oh boy, did you talk a lot of trash. A lot. Endo, it's in the drive. I also sent you the link on Twitter. Did make it to the World Series. World Series doesn't mean shit when you get swept. That doesn't mean shit. Now, the Washington Capitals still just like, yeah, we made it to the final and got swept. They're like, no, this sucks. Let's win a title. And then hire Tom Wilson. Ultimately, looking at the stats here. Looking at the stats. How the hell can I see postseason stats? It only shows career. Is that just me, or like, can you not look at postseason stats? It's so weird. It's so weird. It's beautiful. Pitching rotation-wise, the big story here, obviously, the pitching struggled. James Shim was your best pitcher. He blew it. Scotty Vella, second half, off a cliff. Tom Bowers was still phenomenal, but even he couldn't carry. Liberatore only pitched 4 innings and was awful. Napoleon Silk was okay, given the circumstances, but your starting pitching, and really your pitching in general, that was so strong. I mean, Luther Duke actually did pretty well. Cortez did very well as well, as did Nielsen. But for the most part, Arlo was great. But yeah, your starting pitching failed you. The bullpen was still good. But at the end of the day, your starting pitching failed you and your lineup failed you. Eric Carvajal was phenomenal. I'll actually look over here first. Again, losing Michael Chen was unfortunate. But like Chavez was good in his 5 at-bats. Ramirez didn't do anything for you. And then we get to the other names. Carvajal was phenomenal. Tejera was meh. Richard Pena let you guys down. He had 2 clutch moments, but he let you down. Frank Jones was okay. Armas was phenomenal, as was Benson, but Meisner, Holdridge, Garcia was meh. I mean, for the most part, a lot of your big names let you down. A lot of your big names let you down. Eric Carvajal was named postseason MVP for you guys, as was Waters. World Series MVP was Wilbus Santiago. The Mets win the World Series. Imagine getting swept by the Mets.